Hi everybody, this is Al Spath, your Poker Insider. I'm here at the 10 cent, 25 cent table today. Second time out of the gate, we had some problems with the broadcasting just a second ago at 1 o'clock. I apologize for that. That's all on me. Skype was giving us a fit. Everything was screwing up. Rob's right here, and he's in this hand. He just folded.
I had pocket sevens.
He had pocket sevens. He started with $25. He's won a hand with ace queen. Those of you that were on this morning with Marcin89 from over in Cambodia, I appreciate you coming by. That video is now up at YouTube. Rob has raised here to $1.25. I would think that he's got a stronger ace or a pair.
I had pocket queens.
Pocket queens, so he didn't get much action. What I'd like you to concentrate on today, Rob, is getting some bigger values for your hand. So since the table seems to be some loose people and they're raising, I want you to start limping a little bit with big hands and trying to trap some people. For instance, in this hand, if you had queens, I would want you to limp and hoping that these guys would go crazy like this, and then you could come over the top. We got to try something to get you some extra values, and you need to find out what it's like to limp and sometimes have everybody limp and then get counterfeited on your good hands. It happens, but sometimes you got to set some traps. Fair
Okay.
enough?
Yeah, no, I understand that. And when I had the queens, I raised the $1.25 because I was way out of position on that. So,
I understand that, but what I
yeah.
wanted before you do anything now, I want you to talk to me about your cards because they're, I want you to think, you know, limp.
Okay. Yep, I have 10-2 hearts.
Yeah, we still get that little bit. Not the. I think it's really your computer fan or whatever it is that causes that little bit of background noise. It's not right now. See, you got a lot of people putting money in the pot. You need to trap these people with hands, just like this guy did. I would imagine this is. You see, he trapped him. He got his money. So today you're going to be limping with your big cards and your big pairs and see how that feels. And even with hands like 7-8 suited and 6-4 suited, there are going to be times which you're going to raise, but most of the times you're going to just test out the waters.
I have ace six.
Okay, and what's your plan?
My plan is right now to fold.
Okay.
I
Other than
was,
that,
my plan before that raise ahead of me was that I was going to limp in it for the pot odds.
okay, 15 cents.
Yes.
That's right.
So I did have a plan. I just didn't have time to say it to you.
You couldn't execute it. Let me look here a second. I want to get my notes. And this is your third session, I think.
Correct. Jack 3, and I'm folding.
Okay. Yeah, that other table, you won not much money there. I think you lost a little bit at the 25.50, but I was playing completely different style. So all those people that knew me, Ronster and um, Kite Surfer and stuff like that, I was doing a lot more just limping, which I don't advocate or anything, but I was letting them do all the betting, and I was hitting some really nice hands against them, and I was taking some money. I went up and down a couple of times because I got caught by somebody that got lucky on a straight and stuff like that. But that one time that the guy came over me all in, I had a pair, but I couldn't go the rest of the route. I had a pair of queens and there was an ace on the board, and he went all in, and I had to just give it up, lay it down, and save some money.
Okay, I'm in the cutoff here with Jack King off suited, and I am going to bet the pot plus. So I'm going to bet $1 on this to see if I can get the button, knock the two blinds out, and go up against Titus.
Right, now you got to look at the guy that's in the big blind. That's the guy that could shove on you. He's only got $3, so you always be aware of that. You have two options.
I know I could, but this is my plan: is that I'm going to check and I'm going to c bet the turn. Now I'm screwed. But I'm still following through. If he has an ace, then I'm out.
If he had an ace, he would have bet.
You think he would have bet that before?
Yeah.
I have ace 7 suited.
Okay.
My plan is right now is I'm going to do exactly what you want me to. Is I'm going to limp and see if I can get a flush or some better draw.
Okay.
Because the ace 7, it's a hearts.
So you have a redraw for an ace on this hand, which is not that bad.
Correct.
But you got 2 clubs and you got a razor and a caller.
Right. What I'm going to do on this, Al, is I'm going to float the 75 cents and see if I can get a 7 or an ace.
Okay.
Which I did not.
But what if these guys check instead of bet?
No. Well,
so what if he would have checked also?
I would have taken the free card.
Let's put error in 30 on the 10. Nope. Weak king. We didn't. Oh, there it is. Made the straight on the end. Yeah, we know Ronster won. He finished 3rd place in the high roller. He took 1 rebuy so he was in for 100.
Good for Ron.
You should have him broadcasting. What'd you fold?
I'm sorry, 5-6.
For those of you that missed it this morning, one of the quotes out of Jonathan Little's book that I'm reviewing right now on small stakes strategies for crushing small stakes hold'em is one of the main skills you must develop in order to crush small stakes cash games is the ability to get off the hook when you are clearly beat. And several times today I was clearly beat and I had to give up very good hands to both Ronster and to Older Punker, but it saved me money.
Ace 5, and I'm out of position.
Right. Now, Kitesurf for this morning was on a 10-cent 25 and was up nearly to $175. I don't know what he quit, but that's at least unless he reloaded once we get going, he probably pulled off $150 or close to it, and that's a hell of a morning, one session at a 10-cent 25. So his game has been improving steadily. And he had a great seat. There's no denying he had a great seat.
He did have a great seat. And I had ace 5 offsuited too when he won. King Queen.
All right.
So my plan is right now I'm going to watch to see what happens here. Now that's a min raise right there. So but he's in early position or mid position. I'm going to re-raise him.
Okay. This is where I think you should just call and then let him go when you hit your king. So if you'd have called here and then check, you get him to bet the pot. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to get you to work on.
I guess I hear what you're saying. I don't know if I understand it.
Okay. No problem.
And look at that. Son of a...
Yep. He got it.
But...
He called your raise. Even if you raise, if you didn't raise it, he was still going to get it, right?
Right. I have 410. Yes. Now I'm looking at that. My pre-flop scenario, even though I raised, I still had better hand than him going in pre-flop.
Right.
I maybe should have, instead of, in hindsight here, instead of just raising $1 where he had gone in, if I raised it, but he would have probably stayed anyway. So right. I have ace king.
Right. Go ahead. You're in position. But what I want you to do is weave in some of these different types so that you get more value out of your hands. Okay, that's the whole intention here.
I understand that.
You got
But
giving your when somebody min raise, they're not very good. He wasn't very good, so we want to
correct.
give that person a little bit more room to hang themselves. If
Okay.
you sometimes if you raise, they'll go away and you won't make the money. So yes, sometimes if they're drawing thin, they may hit, but you're going to have to absorb that.
Okay. Now, when you're telling me that I should, I have queen five. I'm folding. That I should call instead of raise. What type of hands should I be calling with? With premium hands like ace, ace, king, king, queen, queen,
No,
queen, or does
no, you don't need to just limit yourself to something like that. It depends on your position and who did the raising. If you're in late position, you got a bunch of limpers, and you got ace king, you got to pop the pot. Okay,
right?
you've got to do
And
that.
that's I guess that's the question that I
But
was
if you
asking.
got ace king or ace queen in early position, go ahead and limp in and then try to set a trap. Somebody
Okay.
raises you, you could either call them or come over the top, depending on if other people come in and you want to thin the field and get it heads up or not. Okay.
Okay.
So if you're in late position, you got a hand like 7-6 suited, and you got a guy that makes some in raise and two or three callers. Just go ahead and call along with him. Don't try to get fancy and go pot bet or something like that. See a flop and try to trap somebody.
Okay. 10-8.
If you got pocket fours or pocket sixes in early position or something like that, go ahead and try limping in the pot. Even if somebody raises, you can always call them or something like that, unless it's outrageous. All right.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
want you to get the feel for that so that you can incorporate that in your game. Not all the time, just every now and then when you sense this table is giving me these kind of raisers at the table. I need to trap some people.
Okay. I'm going to try that right now with a Jack 10.
Okay.
And I understand now, and your explanation is perfect. I'm folding. Uh,
What? Oh, you were closing the betting on that. Okay. You're closing the betting. You got
yeah,
350 in the pot, cost you 75. You got almost 5-1 on your odds,
yeah,
and you limped because it was a pretty decent hand to play multi-way. So
yeah,
what then you would have came out betting the 10, and you'd have got mixed up with Titus here, and you'd have two pair now. I don't know what Titus has, but
well, I don't know if
I'm saying that when you're closing the betting like that, now you could be completely nixed out with Ace King, but yeah, for those who came in late to the broadcast, it's Rob Gag that I'm foreshadowing today. I forget that not being able to show his cards and people coming late to the chat might not know, so I'll keep reminding people. Thank you for the reminder. Um, no, my point is, if you're going to limp in with that and then you're closing the betting there, you were ready to just fold up the tent before you even looked at what the pot odds were,
correct.
and you're getting all three people in. You're getting a multi-way with a 10 jack, which isn't a bad hand to be in multi-way. So it's worth investing that 75, and it would have worked out, I think, for you. I think you'd have won a big pot there. But that's what I'm trying to get you to realize, okay? That sometimes you can play it a little differently.
No, I hear you. But I my and I not as an that's not excuse is not the right word, but my rationale is this is I'm going to tell you that it's extremely uncomfortable because over the last three sessions plus mine before, it's that limping is for losers, and I've really got that etched into my mind. Does that
But
make sense?
no, it makes perfect
Okay.
sense. But now you're at
No, and
the
I understand, Al.
no,
I do
no.
understand.
I'm just saying. Now you're at the point where I've got to bring you back to reality, in that sometimes you do limp.
Correct. Now I had 10-9. I had 9-10 of clubs, and I
Okay.
limped. Right now I'm going to check, and I'm going to try to see if I can check raise on this.
Correct. Because even if he stays, you've got to redraw for a fourth club or the
Or
straight.
7, right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bet to see where I am with a 3/4 bet of the pot.
Now, would you have called him if you checked and he bet?
I probably would have, yes.
Hmm.
You don't think that I should have?
I don't no. I go play the hand. He's got an ace.
Oh,
Clubs would have been a disaster for you.
well, everything was a disaster for me now.
Mm-hmm. What you want to do right now is fold and jump over to one of those little two seats. Even though you just posted, it's okay.
That's all right.
All right. As you're listening, I don't want you to do it every single hand, but I want you to do it when the circumstances arise where you think you can pull it off. Okay, I got you. I got to get you to feel maybe sometimes the pain, but I got to get you to feel what others are doing and why you're raising and why sometimes when they're raising, you need to do some calling to get so you don't scare them away with your good cards. This is a very difficult lesson to learn, but we have to do it at these tables. We can't do it at 25-50 right now. We got to do it here where if you take a hit, it's not so bad.
Yeah, no, and I will tell you, not only is it a very difficult lesson to learn, it's very difficult right now where my stage is mentally to do this. Because it is etched that if I'm getting in the pot, I'm leading the pot.
I understand that.
No, I'm just,
No,
I,
I'm with you, and everybody else is here. You know, we can we can tell it's not business as usual for you. It's completely contrary to what you've learned, and we're not trying to relearn something. We're trying to add something.
correct. Because as I'm watching this table,
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing that a lot of people are coming in with dollars, and then there's a lot of calls around it. So it's a dollar raise and then a lot of calls.
Right.
So I would tighten up, and then I would lead into that when I had a hand that I thought I was going to play. And even if I just say I had suited connectors on that, I would raise again more than that dollar coming in. And I have 10-2.
I think what I heard was the wrong strategy. Okay.
Okay.
You just said that you're seeing dollars and you're seeing people putting money into the pot. You don't want to wait till you have a good hand lead into those people because they'll go away. All right. Again, we're following Rob Gagg right here on the screen. We don't see his cards because I don't know how to get onto his computer to show it in Skype. So you really want them to still lead at the pot and put money in the pot, and you just want to lay in the weeds and then, snip them on the turn or the river. You're not trying to scare them away with your hands.
Okay.
So, for instance, if they're putting in $2 or something, and you have an ace king, you call, and then to flop an ace or a king, you're going to check and let them bet, and you're going to call, and you're going to see the turn, and then you're going to check, and you're going to let them bet, then you're going to come over the top of them, maybe.
I have ace jack.
Okay. And now see you're out of position here, but you let this guy raised you. It's okay. So, but you're out of position here.
Right.
It's okay. Hearing that fan again. I don't know why. Horrible noise. I don't know if they can hear it in the OBS or anything, but I think it's coming from the fan on your computer.
I think it is because it just turned on when you said that. And it's on a stand now. I went out and got a stand so that it wouldn't happen. So it's inside the
So
computer
cool.
itself.
Say cool. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. cards?
Ace 2 suited.
Okay. So this guy only min raised.
Correct.
Okay. Now, if you were going to play this the old way, you'd probably raise, try to take it away from him. But
I
not
absolutely
what we're trying to do.
I absolutely. That's exactly, and that would have been my plan coming in here.
So now you have a straight draw. Do you have a flush draw?
No, I don't.
They both checked.
So I would
play what you would do from your position. Correct. Now he check raised you. Okay, he likes to do that, it seems like. But you got a redraw here, and you'll take his whole stack if you catch the right card.
son of a. I'm going to fold.
Okay. What do you think he's got?
I think he's got a set.
Really?
Yes, and that's
unraised pot. I would have put him on 2 pair. You had the ace, and if you paired anything else other than what he paired for the full house, you'd get 2 pair. Or if you hit yours, would you need a 4 for a straight?
Yeah, but he was in the small blind.
I know. And what do you do out of the small blind when you hit 2 pair like that? Or 1 pair with a good kicker?
I would raise.
Right. Well, you would check raise.
Right, but what I would do, and I would also do that with a set.
Okay.
That's why, and that would be my exact play that I did. If I had a pair of 5s
right
in the small blind, I would have limped in with that, caught my 5, and then I would have check raised like he did, and that's why I said I think he had a set. That's exactly how I would have played that, and I have king 5.
I don't know if you would check raise against 4 or 5 opponents with 2 spades on the board when you hit a set. Do you think you would?
I think I would, yes.
I don't think I would. I think it would be too dangerous to do. There's too many people out there with possible straight and flush draws. If you had 1 or 2 opponents, I could see it, but not with 4 or 5. I think you made 5. You made it 5. That's a lot. I may be wrong. When you go back and check the video, check. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of people to get through, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without them catching up to you. You can do it, but it's a tougher road. Okay. We're going to do this again until you get to the big blind, and then you're going to go back to playing your way, okay? But until you get to the big blind, I want you to keep the strategy.
Okay. I have king 7 folding.
Okay.
And I'm okay with learning the new strategy. It's very different, and it's not being different. It's not as easy as it looks or sounds.
I understand that. I am going to get on the waiting list because I've done this with you before, and then I will sit at the table eventually, and I will implement what I said. You'll know it though, so and we won't, of course, share cards or anything like that. We'll keep it to ourselves when we're both in a hand or something.
King 10 folding.
Okay. Now again, this is where sometimes when you play in these type of tables, somebody min raises like that, the king 10 can be pretty decent hand to play against them. However, in this case, this guy's only got 450. It's not worth it.
I have pocket 5s.
So you're calling, right? Okay, good.
Right.
This is what I want you to do. If normally you would maybe put in a pot size raise against that.
Absolutely,
okay.
I would have raised that.
So I want you to see what happens when you do it this way. This is the only guy you got to worry about him pushing all his money in, because this is a good opportunity for him to pick up $2. You see how the options are taken away from you when you limp?
Yes, you're killing me.
Just reinforcing the fact that that's the reason that we raise if we're going to enter pots. I'm getting you to realize the fact that when you limp, there's got to be a good reason for it, okay? And when you do it, you lose those other opportunities to c-bet, to barrel, to eliminate the field. All those things go away.
Queen two. Yeah, and that's I will. It's extremely with numerous with multiple people in the pot, more than three,
Uh-huh.
including my. That's a difficult. Now that's a difficult read for me when the flop comes out. Yeah, that's so. Normally, if I raised that with fives, I would have showed that or made an appearance that I had a stronger hand.
Okay, so now
I
you're
would have.
back to playing
Yes,
your style of poker now. The rest of the session, you're going to be playing exactly the way you've been taught to play and everything. But if you feel at any time there's a limp possibility because it just favors you an opportunity because your cards aren't good enough to re-raise, but they're good enough to get see a flop, then you do it. Okay,
yep.
that's all on you.
Okay.
And
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were in the pot again. I have ace jack of hearts.
okay, no, I don't. I'm not sitting at the table.
I know.
So what's your plan here?
I'm going to limp because I'm out of position on this. You know what? I'm going to raise this
There
just
you go.
like
You're too many
I
people, right?
normally.
Too many people.
Too many people. I got to get them out now. I'm going to make over a pot raise on this,
Sure.
and I'm going to make it $3 because there is so many people. I've got to get a bunch of them out.
That's correct. The only person you really want to call is you wanted Mark 19 because you know he doesn't have a big stack. He's loose and he calls with connectors out of position. Okay, now what do you do here?
I'm going to re-raise to get this Banco guy out.
Right, and how much do you do it with? How much?
I'm going to go max.
Okay.
I have to get him out.
Or you have to get him in with a weaker hand.
Right, and he limped in with a quarter. And I'm going to lose to deuces.
No, if the board would have paired anybody, you'd have won because his deuces would have been nullified. Right?
Yeah.
Now, if you would have limped along there instead of raised, and the flop came, what it did, you wouldn't have bet any more than the 25 cents you had in there.
Correct. I'm folding king 8.
So that was playing your way that time.
Correct.
Okay.
I have king jack, and I'm on the button.
Okay. So you have position.
Right.
This guy has position, or he thinks he wants your position right now.
Correct.
He wants.
I'm not giving him that.
Okay,
I'm not
you're not giving him that no matter what he does.
Right. Unless he goes all in. And he knows. He knows that.
Okay. So here's the thing on this type hand. Sometimes. Okay, go ahead. You do what you want. You're gonna need help.
I am. Yeah, I am screwed.
Well, he gives you a free card here. Nope, he's not going to. Sometimes, like on that hand there, you know, you could just flat him, and if he's trying to raise from late position with a wide range, your king jack might be better, and you give him the opportunity to lose to you. Okay?
Yeah. I have ace 7 suited.
Okay. You need a reload.
I did.
Okay.
It just didn't get in before this hand.
Clubs?
Nope. Diamonds.
And that was just unfortunate that your cards, nothing hit the one before when you had the ace jack, any one with the deuces, it's a flip. But, just you can't beat yourself up. You want to isolate on a guy that has pocket deuces all day long. So
Oh yeah,
you
no,
did
I
the
know.
right thing getting Banco out. You did the right bet. So you have to look at all the positive things you did.
And there goes my money. I have Jack, Queen, and I'm folding.
All right, I just sat down. Okay, so
Yep, I see you.
we're going to go into the mode of and I'm
Yep.
going to mix up my play. I'm going to tell uh, the chat people by doing something with my cursor when I'm doing a certain thing or anything like that. But you're going to play. If I fold, then you can tell everybody what your cards
Yep.
are. If I'm in the hand, don't say nothing. If we're both in
Yep.
the hand, don't say nothing.
Well, you got it.
I don't want to waste time. I'll just go ahead and post. So kite rate or the mark makes it 85 cents, and I flat him. I have ace king. You see, I didn't re-raise.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to do the betting this time. No diamonds. So nobody bet. So I'm not giving anybody free anything. So both calls. That's bad. When the board pair is a middle pair or something like that, somebody's hit that puppy. So what I'm going to do here is check it in case somebody's trapping and see what comes on the end. I may have given somebody a straight with the jack, but I also may have saved myself some money with a check raise. Now nobody bet, so I'm going to bet for value here, and I'm going to
There's a
put
flush
250.
out there too, but
I'm going to put a little money in the pot, see if I can get called. I don't care if Mark comes over the top. So that was from a limp.
yeah.
Okay.
In that last hand, I folded pocket twos.
Okay. Would you have hit it too?
No,
Okay. And how about this hand? Are you in or out?
I'm out.
Okay. Oh, you're out. I'll wait till you're out. Okay. I'm limping with ace king again. Clubs. So kite's gonna do it. Okay. And so now Banco comes in. Now I could call, but I don't want two of them in there. So now I'm gonna make it $5. All right.
Mm-hmm.
If Banco goes away and it's just kite, I call and I let him lead at the pot. But with two people in there, I don't want it. Now that was pretty quick on kite's thing. So I will definitely put a big bet in here because if kite's got ace queen, he can't let it go. Banco says he's got an ace. So I am just going to call here because I want kite to come in too. I don't want to knock out kite. Ah. Ah. That's not my fault. He's got three outs in the deck. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That
That's how my
happens.
day's been going all day today.
No, that happens. That's all right. Anytime I can get somebody in with ace king like that, that's the proper thing to do. You can't sit here and just piss and moan about somebody sucking out on you. That's the way the software is designed. Whether it be full flush or anybody else, they design it so that people stay in and win occasionally because they don't want to run them off the site. People talk about the RNG. There is a random number generator. Absolutely, I agree 100%. But it's made by a person. It's made by a person. That person will program it. It'll still be random, but it's still programmed. So now I have to, even though I was way up, I have to climb way up. That would have been a big, big hand for me, that last one. So you're limping along, so don't tell me anything. And by the way, on that last hand, um, I don't, I couldn't have got that guy out. He bet the $9 anyhow on the flop. So there was no way of taking him out or not making him get a jack at the end. He was going to get the jack no matter what. He hit the ace, and he's one of these players that's going to just go forward with top pair. That's okay. We want him in the game. Yeah, they're talking to Chap about waiting for a check 2.5 months now. That's never good. Born to Fly said he had 10-10. See, I'm lying. I don't have it. I'm just making like I have the 9. He calls, he wins. I have a 4. That's what happens when everybody. That's what happens when everybody checks. It's up for taking. 10-3.
$10-4.
Roger, over and out. I'm surprised that your fan comes on so much.
I wonder if it has to do with because it's a laptop.
It might be. Well, I'm glad I'm not in this one, but this is another good example of people just throwing lots of money into a pot. A dangerous pot with an ace-10 jack. You got, somebody's got a king, somebody's got a queen, somebody might have the king queen, somebody might have the ace jack or the ace 10. Excuse me for 1 second. This is the Poker Insider. Well, how can I help you, ma'am? No. I'm online. Thank you. Bye. So bet again makes this $1 from late position. I've got one of those kind of hands that can play, but I don't think it's going to play here. What's that?
I said I'm folding.
Oh, don't tell me that before I do my action. I had Queen Jack. I had Queen Jack. I thought about paying the $1, but I had positioned. I think he's probably has like King Jack, or he might even have Ace 10 there. So I don't know if I was going to be good or not. Queen Jack is a very hard hand to play sometimes. Raised by Kitesurfer for an early position would mean that he's got a pair, an ace, a suited connector. Bet again likes to get in lots of pots. So I've got a draw here with Jack Queen again. Let's see if Kite checks. He does. Bet again checks would be nice. And we're going to fold that.
I folded a Jack 7 of hearts.
Drush says it is a fan on your end that did it. Yeah, there is a laptop fan that can sit under your PC. You can buy one of those, but I don't know if that'll cut the noise out or not. That's just another fan that might add noise. Yeah. Tens, three of them. Man is in every time. Can't have a hand every time.
I'm 6-2.
Ace five. Mark's all in here. I would say pocket sixes, pocket nines, something like that. Just limp, limp. Again, for those who are watching, Rob Gagg is the client here. I'm at the table to give. I got ace 10, double the hands, showing how to limp and try to win some pots. That's a big bet. See, that's an over bet there. He doesn't want anybody in this pot. Do you think he's got the king or the 10?
I think he's got the clubs.
Let's find out. I think he's got the king. And it's a weak one at that. See? He's gone.
I think he had the club draw.
I would think he didn't, but that's okay. It's okay to think that, you know. I mean, we don't know.
Ace 10.
Ace 10 and you folded?
Yep.
Okay. Remember, bet again's playing a wide range of hands here. Okay? Not saying that you had to play the ace 10 because that's a hard hand to play there.
That's why I folded it.
Right.
I heard it in your voice, but that's you. You can handle that. That ace 10 and ace jack, when they're off-suited, they scare the crap out of me.
I'm going to say king, queen for you, ace, jack suited for you, or pocket ace. What do you have?
King, queen.
King, queen. Did I say king, queen?
Yep.
Was that the first thing I said?
Yep.
Interesting.
And I have the continuation bet here.
That's too big. You got one of them out, though.
I am having a horrible day.
That's a great bet. That was the best bet you could have made there. If you'd have made a different bet, he was coming over the top of you. You left him no ability to come over the top then. You convinced him with that bet. That's what it is about poker. Is sometimes convincing your opponent.
Now, my whole sequence there, though, was I came in with a raise, and then I made an over bet for my C bet.
No,
so
no, you didn't. You come over? That was a turn, wasn't it?
It was $5.
Oh, C bet, yes, but I'm talking about the turn was the over bet.
Right.
But your C bet was an over bet too.
Right. You said that was too big.
Yeah, it signals that you were. To me, I come after people that over bet the pot. I really come after them. They just want people out. They're just trying to put money in the pot. I would have come after you. Right at that point, I would have come over the top of you. You couldn't have stayed.
I had pocket sevens.
Whoa. That three at the end and almost put us straight out there, didn't it?
Yep.
And now you're catching fire. The day is about to turn.
I don't know about that, buddy.
Anybody that says, I don't know about that buddy, and then raises has got a good hand. So let's put him on ace queen this time. Let's put him on pocket jacks this time. And let's put him on 10 jacks suited this time. Those are my groupings of hands. And I'm folding, so tell us what you have.
Ace king.
Ace king.
With no heart.
Okay.
I'm going to check raise here. Now I have to slow down.
Go back on that hand when you look at it and see if what you think you did wrong.
Well, I'm thinking that right now. I probably should have taken that free card.
Yeah.
I should have checked that off the flop where I didn't have anything and it was a wet board. Right?
Mm-hmm. That's a tough flop.
Now, thinking back on that, Al, the flop was 3 hearts, correct?
Yes, it was. What do you have here?
10-5.
It was a good bet if you win this hand.
No.
Why?
Son of a.
Hey, if he got that, you know why he got that? Because I limped in with pocket aces. So that's a demonstration of why. All right? When you're out of position, sometimes you can get caught up in something like that. When you bet that 10 that time and he stayed, he told me he had the flush. Okay, or the straight, one of the two. And I didn't want you to put any more money. But I folded my aces at that point because as soon as that flop came, I signaled to everybody that I was counterfeited. So my plan backfired. That's what can happen when you do it. So you got to be very careful when you try those kind of things. I was hoping that you and the big blind would raise, but you didn't do that. Cards? Oh, nothing?
4-5. Offsuit, obviously.
I folded the jack here. I don't have anything. I have 5-2 suited.
I had 10-5.
No, 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 don't tell me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that you folded.
No.
I apologize.
No, I'm just, oops. Kite Surfer's going to raise this, or bet two. No, we didn't. Let's see what they all are made out of right here. Okay. I think he might have hit a good ace. Folded what?
10-2. Four two.
Born to Fly says all three of us are struggling at this table. I'm just struggling from that one hand that killed my profits. That's the big hand that the guy that took off. What do you have?
Ace 8 of hearts.
Okay. With your $10, this would have been a great place to do the check raise. I mean, you're probably going to get your money in here, and you would have maybe won it. So, again, you have that opportunity. I mean, if he's got two pair that are better than yours, so what? You know. Not this time. See, that's when you hit big like that, give the person a chance that, and he's been bluffing all along, winning hands and stuff like that. Give him an opportunity to put money in the pot. You bet there, he goes away.
Right.
And you win nothing. Okay, you can have it, Mark.
And I folded a 9-5.
3-4. See, people that have to tell you that they had aces. Uh-oh. I got ace king. Come on, all you 60 cents. Just take my money. There's one taker. There's two takers. Now I could check, but I got to figure they're in the playing zone with king queens and things like that. I got to figure if they got an ace, they're going to call me with ace queen or ace jack. Or pocket kings. Thank you, sir. We appreciate the donation. I'll put that on my W-2 form.
Yeah, half of it's my money.
Well, half of that's my money.
Yeah, I know.
Dumbass bets $1 and gets a call. You see, I have 7-9 here. Unless I get a 7, I can't win this. If I get a 9, anybody with queen jack makes a straight. So that takes away my outs. I gotta fold it. Do you understand that?
Yep, I do. So you could have hit your hand and it still would have been a loser. Whatever bettered your hand.
Yeah, it could be.
It was a loser, correct.
He hit two pairs. This Titus guy has been running hot and he's been lucky. And now he's starting to get
he's
crapped
cooling.
on. He's really not that good a player. I'm out, Rob.
I'm out to 10-3.
Phil Kramer saying ace king 3 times in 10 minutes. What a heater. Hey, I paid my dues earlier. I limped with aces and got my butt whacked.
Who said that?
No, Phil said I had ace king 3 times in 10 minutes. What a heater I was on. Playing?
I'm in.
Okay, don't tell us what you got. I think Rob has got either pocket queens or ace king, ace queen combination. Don't tell us, Rob. We'll see how it plays out. Okay. Don't tell us. That's ace king. Now I think he's got the ace king more than I think he's got anything. What do you have, Rob?
Ace 10.
Ace 10. Okay. I knew you missed by your bet. And Titus is the one that's been stealing all these, coming over the top of people, and I don't believe he's got shit when he does it. Greek Aces just sat down from Norcross. That's right outside of Atlanta. And he's only got $10 to his name. There's a draw that doesn't get there, but high card wins. Very rare for somebody to sit down with $10 and post out of position because they don't even want to rate. They don't even want to spend a quarter. Hey Phil, this is another heater coming. I can feel it. I'm going to pop the pot here because Kite raised us. Checked really fast there. Oh, I'm taking a free card. No. Kite. He has a loose ace there. This is a fold.
I'm folding also. Queen Jack.
That's the one that you should have limped with. This is the one you should have limped with.
Really?
If somebody raised, you could throw it away. But this, those are the kind of cards that are gonna make a lot of money at this table right now. I folded the king, king 9, king 10. I would have been limping on this pot. See, again, you'd pay if you were in this pot. I would say pay the quarter. You know, nobody's acting like they really have the king. They're acting like they're on draws, or they're acting like they're on the jack. Queen 9 would be the winner here. Oh, he got the spades. He made it. Out.
I mean, I have pocket 9s.
Pocket 9s, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
This guy will not let me play here.
That's why I would limp with the 9s, let him put the raise in, and then see if you know what I mean? I'd do it completely different because you're not even going to shake him now.
Nope.
And you got 2 overs to use. Save your money against somebody like that. Yeah, absolutely. I folded a 9.
Ah.
Yeah, but when you have the 9s, you're not even thinking about making the 9s because it's 7.5 to 1 to make the 9. So you're not really thinking about. You're thinking about getting people out and or c-betting to a small field.
That's exactly what. That's why I raised.
Right.
That was my whole thought process. Exactly.
Right.
Except this Titus guy, he's got my number today. He just will not. Every time I raise, he calls.
Someone's got diamonds here. I'm trapped, but I don't know if Kirkite has got the diamonds or not. Now, if he's got the 8, he's got me, but I've got to bet it as if I have the straight. He's got the 8, or he's got the diamonds. Either way, I'm beat with my 2 pair. Gotta let it go. Okay, I think you're limping here with pocket 4s or 4-5 suited. Don't tell anybody because I'm in the hand too. I hope you have pocket 4s.
Both of these guys have small pots or whatever they're called, small stacks.
Ooh, that thing is horrible. had the set. The other one, he's got the diamonds. He wins it all. Oh my God.
Can you believe that?
Set over set. You had me trapped, and he got in the middle, and he hit his beautiful. He hit it. I thought I was trapping him.
I thought I was trapping you.
You were trapping me. But I put you on pocket fours.
Yeah.
And now, if you would have raised with those kings when he raised you 50 cents, that was where you could have went over the top and maybe got him to fold it. Maybe, you could never got him to fold it on the flop.
Right, and he absolutely, but he had ace 10 suited. He probably wouldn't have folded on that.
Wow, that was good to see, and we got that on tape too. Not that you liked it or I liked it, but those things can happen. Woo! That guy had a tell. He said, "Good luck, Mark. Last hand." He's leaving on a high note. He's got a big pair. He's got kings or aces here. Let's see. King, queen. He's got the whole thing.
I had it all. Son of a. I had a king 9 of diamonds.
Yeah, we're Redskin fan. Maybe a little. Yeah, we were practicing doing some limping and seeing what we could get done with it. But Kite Surfer's taking it to a new low. He didn't even have. We knew you had the flush. What's he got over there? He's got $11. Let's go 5. I got the Jack Ace.
This is my last time around, Al. I got creamed.
Okay. Cat Day said, "Wow, sick hand." I folded Ace 8. I was gonna play it.
I folded Queen 5.
Huh?
Queen 5.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Sorry.
I'll put you on, don't tell me, I'll put you on 10 Jack, I'll put you on pocket sixes. Maybe ace 7 suited. I'm folding.
King Jack.
King Jack. Titus is right in your ass again.
Yes, he is.
Oh, there's Matthias that just sat down.
Uh-oh.
Too bad, Matthias. Session's over.
Man, I cannot shake him.
No. When you can't shake somebody, you got to have what you're saying you have. All right, this will be the last hand. I'll limp no matter what I got. I'll have to say goodbye to Matthias. Just was not a good day, Rob.
No. You can't have all good ones.
Nope. You got to learn from mistakes as well as you learn from. Kite's gonna take this one away. Rob's down probably 50, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
54.
Couple of reloads. Anyhow, we'll watch Kite Surfer in this last one here. We'll see if he's got a jack or not. We'll see if Titus takes his $24. I think Kite's probably got ace king or pocket queens. Let's hope he has the ace king, but if Titus has a jack, ace king is not good enough. Put it all in here, Kite. I know you want to. There it is. We are on a delay. There's the ace king. He does get it back. Woo! Thanks, everybody. This is Al Spath signing out. We'll see you the next time. Thank you, Rob.
Thanks, Al.
Take care.